Hi, welcome to the live stream today. So this one's going to be about strengthening sense of self. So I'm going to let Archangel Raphael come through me now and speak about this and do appropriate clearings, downloads. So yeah, I'm going to let him come through now. I would like you to know that when I speak about sense of self, what I'm really speaking about is the part of you that is able to see clearly that you are who you are. And what I mean by this is that there are many different parts of you which are constantly learning about life, parts of you which are all about simply being in the spirit and doing what you can in order to be of service, parts of you which are about being able to be open to life and see what happens. And there is a part which is quite particular, which is all about seeing yourself clearly as you are now, being able to have an accurate viewpoint of yourself. What I will say is that for most people, this is a part which is quite well developed in one way or another. People are able to see themselves in terms of what they have already done, what they are able to do, who they are inside, what they like and what they don't. And for the people who can, it does mean that what they are able to do is quickly, in one way or another, avert energies which are not resonating with who they are. So, for example, if they are with people who are not into the same things as them, they are able to quickly say what they are all about. And if they do not want that in their lives, they are quickly able to walk away from it. The people who struggle the most are those who do not have a well established sense of self. And this often occurs because they have been tampered with in one way or another. Perhaps they have been told things about themselves which are not true, or perhaps they have not been able to develop because they have had some form of abuse, or maybe they have even been in an environment for a long time where people have deliberately tried to make them out to be someone they are not, so that they are not able to be themselves and do what they are here to. What I will say is that for most people, sense of self is something that is taken for granted. But for people who do not have it, it is a long journey to get to a place of being able to be with themselves and see themselves clearly. I would like you to know that almost everybody has a part of their sense of self that is not quite aligning to source, but most people do have quite an accurate view of what they can do, what they can't, what they like, and what they don't like. It is good for you to also know that sense of self is not something that develops spontaneously. It takes time, and as you go forwards in life, it is strengthened by experiences you have. I also would like to share that the catalyst for developing a stronger sense of self is often when you have been with people who have undermined you, who have made you feel less than who you are, who have given you reflections of yourself which are not accurate. So, what I will say is for those of you who really suffer because this part is not really developed, the good news is that you will have had experiences where you have not been treated as you are inside, where you feel that people are not seeing you accurately. And as a result, it gives you the opportunity to strengthen your sense of self. I would like to work on all of you now, whether you have a strong sense of self or not. I would like to strengthen your feeling about who you are inside, the part of you that you already know, the part of you that has already had certain experiences, so that you know you are capable of certain things. I also would like you to know that this will also include downloads where you receive more information about you, who you are on the inside, so your sense of self can further develop, because sense of self grows over time. It grows and grows until you are fully identifying with who you are in spirit, who you are on a spiritual level. And until then, you are identifying with your earthly self. But in time, your earthly self fully merges with who you are inside on a spiritual level. The two become one, and your earthly identity is the same as who you are in spirit. I hope this makes sense, because on a spiritual level, you are all able to do certain things well. You are all able to be a certain way, because you are aligning with a certain quality of light, or many different qualities of light that merge into one and then define who you are on earth. What I will say is that we are going to work on giving you more information about who you are, as well as helping you to strengthen who you know yourself to be on the inside, and take away doubt and negative energies that you have taken on board from other people around you. And finally, I want to give you something else, which is a download of energy that will take you forwards to new people and places, that can help you further develop on the earth plane who you really are in spirit. So after this, new opportunities may come into your life that help you to more fully express who you are on a spiritual level. So this can become part of who you know yourself to be on earth. That is all. I am going to start now. So for this, you do not have to do anything. Simply be present. And what I'm going to start with is clearing away anything that you are identifying with, which is not who you are. So it may be what you have been told by others. It may be negative energy you feel about yourself, which is not who you are. The way I will do this is by going within your own being and energy system, and seeing where you are storing negative information about yourself. I will see this in your energy and clear it. I will go on now. And what I would like to clear away now is anything else that is stopping you from accessing your sense of self. So, this will include any trauma, any soul loss, any part of you that is not able to be grounded in your body. This is going to cover the heavier energies that are affecting your sense of self. Any form of abuse will also be covered. For this part, we will be sending in extra beings of light who work specifically with trauma and abuse and any sort of soul loss. And you will notice that you will be worked on deeper levels. Perhaps you may even notice you feel emotional, sad, some level of grief. Be present and see what happens. I would like you to know that this is done. And now, what I would like to work on is one more part where you would benefit from clearings, and that is the part of you that is not able to see yourselves clearly because there is something in the way of this. So, this is not necessarily negative energy, it is more something that has been interrupted in your perception. So it could come from simply not being able to be present enough in your physical form and see yourself clearly. Perhaps because you are used to rushing around, you have not been able to settle sufficiently in yourself for a long time. Or it can be something else, a habit of not really wanting to see yourself because you are not really sure whether it is something you are meant to be doing. You have some false belief about something or another to do with your sense of self. Whatever is in the way, interrupting this process. So, this could actually be connected to trauma that we have just been clearing. And then the flow has got interrupted by this. And then it has created another problem by simply a pathway being disrupted for a long time. So, energy not fully grounding in you. So, whatever is there, we will work on it. I would like you to know that this is done. And now I will move on to downloads of energy. So the first one will be about strengthening your sense of self, who you know yourself to be, giving you more energy so you can see yourself more clearly and be yourself and really be grounded in it. This will be done now. Now, what you will receive is a download of energy that will give you additional information about who you are in spirit and help this to ground in your physical form and be expressed. So, this will give you more substance of who you are, so to speak, and give you more clarity as well. Because once you know who you are in spirit more deeply, it is automatically going to be expressed through you. So it is another way of quickly developing a stronger sense of who you are in spirit on earth. So this will be done now. I would like you to know that now what I'm going to do is give you one more download of energy, which will be about helping you to go forwards with who you are, helping you to attract more opportunities to express who you are on earth, who you really are. So this will be done now. And for this, what I will do is surround you with additional energy that is all about who you are in spirit on earth. And this will attract automatically more avenues of expression of yourself, which will then further strengthen your sense of self, who you know yourself to be on earth. So this will be done now. I would like you to know that this is done. What I would like to share with you now is a bit more information. I would like you to know that these clearings are able to be repeated, and each time you do them, they will further strengthen your sense of self and clear what is in the way of this. I also would like to share that as you know well, as you go forwards in life and get to experience new parts of yourself, they start to become a part of who you know yourself to be on earth. And it is good for you to embrace new opportunities that give you that opportunity to express new parts of yourself, which you feel inspired towards, parts that perhaps you know you have, but you have not really expressed in the past. I also would like you to know that you do not really have to be the sort of person who is very much in their ego to have a strong sense of self. It is simply about knowing yourself, about knowing what you love doing, what you don't, what you are all about, what you value, really getting to know yourself and being grounded in this part of yourself, taking it with you wherever you go. So then, when you are in places where your sense of self is not being met, you know those places are not right for you. When you are around people where you feel that who you are is not acknowledged, then you know those people are not right for you or not right for you in that moment. That is all. Hmm. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. And yeah, thank you for being a part of it. And please share this with other people who you feel may enjoy this and benefit from it. Yeah, and if anyone wishes to, support this channel or, support, the live streams, in the description below, there's a link that you can donate through if you wanted to. Yeah, thank you very much for listening.